Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this electrifying episode of Loose Women, where the air is thick with anticipation and the chatter is already buzzing like a hive of excited bees. Today, we've got a lineup that's nothing short of legendary, with our fabulous panelists taking their seats amid applause that echoes through the studio like thunder. First up, the ever-charismatic Christine Lampard, beaming that infectious smile as she settles in, her blonde locks catching the lights just so. Beside her, the witty and wonderful Nadia Sawalha, fingers drumming on the table, ready to dive into the day's juiciest topics with her signature sharp humor. Then there's Janet Streetporter, the no-nonsense icon, adjusting her glasses with a smirk that says she's seen it all and isn't afraid to call it out. And completing this powerhouse quartet, the bold and unapologetic Denise Welch, crossing her legs with a flourish, her eyes sparkling with that mischievous glint that promises fireworks. The audience is a sea of eager faces, clapping wildly as the theme music fades, and Christine leans into the microphone with her warm, welcoming tone.
Good morning, everyone.
What a treat we have in store today. We're talking everything from the latest in royal scandals to the highs and lows of modern dating. But first, hold on to your seats because we have a very special guest joining us, the incomparable Dame Judi Dench. The crowd erupts in cheers, a standing ovation rippling through the rows as the curtains part slightly, teasing the arrival of the grande dame of British theatre and film. Whispers ripple through the audience. Is that really her? Oh my God, she looks timeless. Backstage, the production team is a whirlwind of last-minute checks, cameras angled perfectly, lights softened to highlight Judi's elegant features without washing her out. A young intern hovers with a bouquet of white roses, Judi's favorite, while makeup artists dart in for a final powder touch-up. As the conversation flows like a gentle stream at first, Judi regales the panel with anecdotes from her illustrious career, her voice a melodic lilt that captivates everyone in the room. She's midway through a hilarious tale of a mishap during the filming of Skyfall, where a prop gun malfunctioned and left her covered in fake blood, when Christine interjects with a light-hearted segue. Judi, you're not just a powerhouse on screen, you're an inspiration off it too, especially with your advocacy for the environment and the arts. But let's get personal. What's the one role that changed you the most? Judi pauses, her gaze drifting thoughtfully to the middle distance, as if summoning ghosts from her past. That would have to be Iris in Iris, she replies softly, her tone laced with vulnerability. Playing a woman unraveling to Alzheimer's. It hit close to home, made me confront my own mortality in ways I never expected. The audience falls into a hushed reverence, a few sniffles audible from the front rows, while the panel leans in, faces etched with empathy. Nadia reaches over to pat Judi's hand gently, murmuring, "That's so profound, Judi. We've all got our battles." Janet chimes in with her gravelly candor, "Bloody hell, love, you've got more guts than half the blokes in Westminster." Laughter ripples again, easing the mood, but then Denise shifts in her seat, her expression sharpening like a knife being whetted. She's been uncharacteristically quiet thus far, content to sip her water and nod along, but now she clears her throat, drawing all eyes to her. The tension crackles now, visible in the way Denise's fingers grip the edge of the table, knuckles whitening against the polished wood, while Judi maintains her regal poise, though her foot, hidden from view, taps a subtle Morse code of irritation. Christine, sensing the ship listing, steers desperately, ladies, let's not forget we're all in this together, women supporting women." Judi, tell us more about that unforgettable Notes on a Scandal. The chemistry with Cate Blanchett was pure magic. But the diversion feels forced, like a band-aid on a gushing wound, and the audience shifts uncomfortably in their seats, the earlier warmth evaporating into an expectant hush. Judi obliges with a gracious nod, her voice steady as she recounts the filming days in chilly London warehouses, the endless takes under fluorescent glare. "Cate and I, we bonded over tea and terror that we botched those monologues. But oh, the thrill of it, crafting something raw and real." Nods and smiles from the panel, but Denise interrupts mid-flow, her tone sharpening to a blade. "Raw and real? That's the dream, isn't it? But for most of us, it's raw survival. I mean, Judi, you've got the luxury of picking roles that craft you into legend status, but down in the trenches, Coronation Street, Waterloo Road, we're lucky if we get a storyline that doesn't end in tragedy or farce. And don't think I haven't noticed how the establishment pats you on the back while the rest of us fight for scraps." The words tumble out, laced with years of pent-up frustration, and the studio erupts in a mix of supportive cheers and shocked inhales. Phones are out now, surreptitiously recording, as social media buzz begins to ignite in real time. Janet, ever the provocateur, leans back with a grin. She's got a point, Judi. The class system's alive and well in showbiz. Oxbridge accents get the knighthoods. Northern grit gets the gigs. Pandemonium reigns supreme as Denise's words echo off the studio walls, her chest heaving with the force of her outburst, while Judi's silence speaks volumes, a glacial stare that could freeze lava. The audience is a roiling sea now, sections divided like battle lines, feminists chanting Denise. Denise, clashing with traditionalists murmuring shame on you, under their breaths. Christine, microphone clutched like a lifeline, tries valiantly to reclaim control. Okay everyone, deep breaths. We're live, remember? Judi, Denise, let's take it down a notch, perhaps a commercial break. But the plea falls on deaf ears as Denise, undaunted, points an accusatory finger across the table. Your turf? This is Loose Women, Judi, not the old Vic. Here we don't whisper our truths, we shout them. And if you can't handle a bit of heat from the real world, maybe stick to your air-conditioned green rooms and leave the grit to those who live it. The venom is palpable, dripping from every syllable, and the crowd surges with reaction, some applauding wildly, others covering mouths in horror. Judi rises slowly then, her movements deliberate, like a lioness uncoiling, the emerald of her blazer catching the light like armor. At 90, she commands the room without raising her voice, her presence a gravitational force pulling all eyes to her. Grit, you say? Child, I've got more grit in my little finger than you've mustered in a lifetime of sound bites. But this? This isn't grit, it's a tantrum wrapped in victimhood. And I, for one, refuse to indulge it. The child lands like a paternal slap, decades of deference inverted in an instant, and Denise's eyes widen to saucers, her retort forming on lips gone pale. The collision intensifies, voices layering over one another in a cacophony that drowns out the studio's ambient hum, with Denise's Geordie lilt clashing against Judi's refined Yorkshire clip like cymbals in a symphony gone awry. Polished platitudes. Judi echoes, her tone laced with incredulity, stepping closer still, the space between them shrinking to mere inches. The audience is transfixed, a collective pulse racing, some filming vertically for TikTok glory, others frozen in rapt attention. If by platitudes you mean hard-won wisdom, then guilty as charged. But you, Denise, storming about like a bull in a china shop, smashing what you've yet to build. Is that your idea of progress? The imagery bites, reducing Denise's fervor to farce, and she bristles visibly, shoulders squaring for the counterpunch. Bull. Try lioness protecting her pride. You waltz in with your dame's halo, judging us mortals, but we've got scars you wouldn't believe, rejections, breakdowns, the lot. Where were you then, sipping champagne at premieres? The personal assault draws murmurs from the crowd, a wave of empathy for Denise swelling in the back rows, while front-row Judi loyalists boo softly. Christine, drenched in metaphorical sweat, interjects desperately, scars? We all have them, let's share stories, not sling mud. But her peacemaking is a whisper in a hurricane. Nadia nods vigorously, adding, absolutely, Judi's been through the wars too, tell them about the 90s slump. Yet Judi waves it off gently, her focus laser-sharp on Denise. Champagne? Ha. More like tea from a thermos on cold tour buses. But scars don't give license to scar others, dear. Yours might run deep, but lashing out? That's not strength, that's surrender. The psychological jab pierces, and Denise's facade cracks, voice wobbling on the edge of a shout. Surrender? Never. This is me standing up to icons who forget their roots.